guys, for today's video, we're going to share it with you, our monthly financial budget. Ayan. So, this is Michael. Michael arrived here in the Philippines last April, and he is an American, and I am a Filipina, and I am Annalyn. Hello. So, hello guys. Okay, so we have here our envelope. Yeah, this is our monthly envelope. So we're gonna share it with you, our monthly financial budget, especially to our viewers who are expat, foreigners who are planning to move here in the Philippines, so that you have an idea how much is the budgeting here in the Philippines. Is that correct?
That sounds good.
Yeah, okay. So Michael, we're gonna talk to you guys because I'm not really good in English. I'm sorry. My nose will gonna be bleed after this video. Come on now, hold this.
Basically, the system I'm teaching my love is the same system my grandmother taught me years and years ago, and has been made popular through financial gurus such as Dave Ramsey in the United States. And it's basically an envelope system. It's where you take your monthly income and you divide everything into envelopes, so you know exactly how much you're spending on everything that's needed, and then once everything has been divided away and that money is basically gone, you know how much you have left for the rest of the month, or other things such as entertainment, going out and eating. And any money that's left over afterwards can then just go into savings, investments, emergency funds, whatever is needed. So this way you're able to keep better track of where your money is going, and when you are budgeting for things, if something comes up, for example, LP gas for running your stove burners, if you run out of gas, you're not worrying about how am I going to get the money to pay for more gas. You've already budgeted for it. So it's something that my love here has never been introduced to. It's been mostly I get paid this much, I pay for bills as they come along, and if I don't have enough, then I do without till the next month. This way, she's not having to do without. She is learning how to see where all the money is going and where investments and such can be done with the money that's left over. So, and that background noise was our Chorky, Casey.
Yeah, she's there. She's right there. Hello, baby. Okay.
So anyway, let's get started.
Let's get started.
Obviously the first envelope, which
Rent.
is
Me. Let me read this.
Okay.
This is my job. Number one. Number one envelope is our rent.
And basically the
House rent, apartment rent. Yeah.
the money would go into here and stay in here until it's paid, but we've already paid the rent for the month, so the envelope is empty.
Yeah, this is empty now.
We are currently budgeting $6,500 for rent. The apartment we're living in right now is only $4,000, but we are looking at hopefully moving into a house that'll be completed in a few weeks. It's a larger space, 3 bedrooms. It's going to give us more room, and it's also going to get us more out of the high traffic area that we live in right now, to give us more room to be able to walk the dog and enjoy more quiet life and such. The rent for this apartment right now is 4,000 pesos. That adds up to about $80 US. The house that we're going to be moving into is 6,500 pesos, or $130 a month. Like I said, while we're here, we take 6,500 for the budget, 4,000 pays the rent that we're at right now, 2,500 goes into an emergency fund, and then once we move, that entire 6,500 will go to rent. We were doing it that way so it's not a shock onto our system when we move to the new place and have to start paying the higher rent. So in reality, we're paying the higher rent right now, even though 4,000 only goes to the apartment and 2,500 goes into our savings.
Let me share it with you guys, our monthly receipt for our apartment. So they're giving us this receipt in this one. So this is a receipt of it's actually 4,000, yeah, for 1 month. And by the way, if you are interested, if you want us to do a video about our apartment tour, let me just comment down below. Let me know if you are interested, then we will do a video separately. Yes, so we're living here in the apartment, like 4,000 for one bedroom. Yes, and it's quiet place, gated place, and CCTV monitoring.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Next envelope number 2. Yeah. So we have next envelope, the electric and water and internet. Yeah. It's your job to explain.
Okay. Well, this is basically our utility envelope. We have 4 utilities. We have electric. We have 2 water bills. We have a water bill for the house, which covers toilet, showering, dishes, and then we have a separate water bill, which is purely for drinking water. We do not drink the water that comes out of the tap here at the apartment. And then the last utility bill is internet. So I'll go through each one of those. The electric bill, we budget 2,400 pesos, which is about $48 US, and our last bill was just over 2,200. So we over budgeted a little bit. That's okay. The water bill runs right around 250 pesos or $5 a month, and that's the household water. That's the toilet, the showering, the laundry, and dishes. The drinking water runs about 150 pesos or $3 a month. And then finally, our internet bill is we use smart SIM cards in our cell phones.
Yeah, this is for Michael and this is for me. We have separate SIM card internet. This is only data. I'm sorry, Tablog. This is only internet data for 1 month, and we are paying for 599 pesos. 599 pesos. How much is that?
Well, round up basically 600 pesos per card, or it's $12 a month. There's a card in her phone, a card in my phone, and so that's 1,200 pesos a month or $24 a month for internet. In this area that we live, we get good signal. In the house that we're looking at getting, we get good signal. The download speeds are anywhere from 20 to 50 megabits per second. That might seem slow to some people, but for the Philippines in general, it's not bad. And for Love and I, it is more than adequate for the online work and such that we do. So, and again, that's about $24 US or 1,200 pesos for the internet, and that's our 4 utility bills.
And by the way, we are ordering it from Shopee, and there is also available in Lazada, which is Shopee and Lazada are famous online shopping here in the Philippines. So once you're here in the Philippines, you can just download the application Shopee or Lazada. Then you can just order this one.
For American viewers, Shopee and Lazada are basically the Amazon of the Philippines. So.
Yeah. Number 3 envelope is food.
Basically, this is what we budget in the house per month for food. Going to either the grocery store, the popular one here in this area is called Walter Mart, or going to the actual market to get fresh produce, some meats,
fish,
and basically what you might have seen in other videos for a regular wet market. So we get our food through both the wet market and through the grocery store. We also make homemade dog food for Casey, and we include her food into the food budget. So it makes it easier to buy what we need for her when we're buying our own groceries. And right now we've set the budget at 12,000 pesos per month. That might seem low for some people, but for keeping control of my diet, being a diabetic, making sure that most of our meals are home cooked and there's a lot of vegetables in those meals. We also do get some good deals on meats at Walter Mart and such. Right now the budget is at 12,000. We last month was actually 11,000, but we decided to add Casey to the food budget to make it easier when buying food, so we increased it to 12,000. 12,000 pesos is about $240 US a month. This is going to be the envelope that adjusts the most. Last month we budgeted 11,000 and we had over 4,000 left, but we were also taking money out of that envelope for non-grocery needs at the store. We think we've kind of messed up. So starting this month, basically if it's not food, it does not come out of this envelope. Then we're going to see where our budget is at the end of the month, and we will adjust accordingly. Obviously, we're not going to shortchange food. But right now the budget is 12,000 a month, or $240.
Our fourth envelope is the LP gas.
Plain and simply, LP gas is what it is. Americans might recognize it more to be propane. We have a propane tank. We have a propane burner. I know it'll actually freak out some Americans that you have an open propane tank inside the building, inside the apartment to cook with, but it's standard here in the Philippines. But I made sure that we have a gauge regulator that has an emergency shut-on, shut-off valve, and whenever we are done cooking, we clean whatever gas is left in the line out until it stops burning. So that way there's no leaks, there's no gas in the lines. So the risk of gas getting into the apartment is very, very, very minimal. Obviously in America we don't do it this way, but if you're going to live in another country, especially a developing country like the Philippines, you adjust to their standards. They don't adjust to yours. We pay in the envelope 500 pesos a month. There's actually still money in the envelope because we haven't had to refill the tank yet. Right, last time we filled the tank, it was right at 1,000 pesos a month. We need to see how long that tank is going to last us. It's already lasted us about 2 months.
2 months already.
Okay, so we'll see how long the tank lasts, and we will probably adjust this budget lower because by the time we need to refill the tank, we could easily have 2,000 in here when we only need 1,000. So the leftover money we will move back also into the emergency fund, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But for right now, we are budgeting 500 pesos a month or 10 US dollars for our gas, our cooking needs.
That's it.
That's good. Good job.
Fifth envelope. Fifth. Number 5. 5. Fifth envelope.
Okay. The fifth envelope.
The fifth envelope is Angel.
Plain and simply, we give ourselves an allowance.
So Angel is me, okay? He's calling me as
This is my
his
angel.
So I am the angel.
So this is
I am his angel.
This is my angel, and we give ourselves a budget for fun money or saving money. Basically, absolute waste. I mean, you can't go through life without having some money to have some fun with. So right now, we budget 2,000 pesos a piece, or that's about 40 US dollars. I know that sounds like nothing to Americans, but for the kind of lifestyle that we live and things that we do, $40 actually goes a long way. Now, this is not eating out money. This is not toiletry money. This is strictly if my love wants to go and buy a bracelet, it comes out of this. If she wants to go and buy a special shirt, it comes out of this. If she wants to buy earrings, it comes out of this. But I believe she's actually saving her money right now because there was something special she saw that she wanted, and it'll take her a couple
This
months.
is actually my miscellaneous fee. My miscellaneous fee for myself, but I decided not to use it because I want to save it, and I want to save it. I just want to save it. I don't want to buy anything because I don't need anything, right?
And when I pay my 2,000 to myself, I put it directly into my wallet. So I basically have it with me when we're out.
Yeah, so I have here. So I have here already saved, like that, and I just want to save it. I don't want to touch it. This is for my self needs later in the future. That because everything materials that I can see, I want everything to buy, but I'm always thinking which one is very important to me. So I haven't decided yet which one I want to buy. So I'm just gonna save it for now.
And it's also allowing her to be able to actually save money to be like if she found something that was a little more expensive, maybe about 6,000 pesos or $120. Doing it this way allows her to save up that money, and she can get that nicer item instead of trying to figure out where can we get the money to get it. Can we pull it out of the remaining funds, or heaven forbid, we pull it out of savings or an emergency fund. So this is also teaching the patience on buying something if you're certain that you want it, and eliminating more impulse buys.
So at 6 envelope, 6. So we have here nanay, and nanay in Tagalog, and mother in English. So this envelope is for my mother.
Basically, her mother, Nanay, takes 2 medications that she needs. They run about 1,000 pesos a month, or 20 US dollars. And without our assistance, she probably would not be able to get that medication. I am privileged to be able to help Nanay, and I have seen that Nanay is very grateful. She's very appreciative, and she's also very understanding. And she does not show any entitlement. She does not show any demanding of extra money. She understands that it's my pension and my income sources that's paying for this. Like I said, she is so very grateful that we are able to do this for her that I have no problems making this a part of the budget. We make this a part of the budget because, again, like everything else, we don't want the end of the month to come and try to figure out, okay, where are we going to get the 1,000 pesos to pay for Nanay's medication? It's already taken out of the money at the beginning of the month. We add an extra 500 to help cover her transportation, and then also we usually take Nanay out for a small meal, or we cook something here, and that extra 500 covers both her coming to and from the province and most of the food that's spent on Nanay. So we budget a total of 1,500 a month for Nanay directly, and that's about 30 US dollars.
Last envelope is our household. household, our toiletries, and everything that stuff in our house that it's non-food. So we're getting it from here.
Basically, this is the money, and we're not going to disclose this amount because if you do the math, you'll be able to figure out what my pension is, and that's really nobody's concern.
It's privacy. Your privacy.
But basically, what's left after the rest of those envelopes goes in this envelope. This is the rest of the money that is brought into the household for the month, and like Love said, it covers this covers toiletries. This covers other expenses that might come up. Like 2 weeks ago, we had to have a plumbing repair that comes out of this envelope. When we move to the new house, we're going to need to buy a storage cabinet to be part of a galley for food. That would come out of this budget. So basically, the things that normally would not end up being budgeted on a monthly basis comes out of this particular envelope. Now, we're going to end up creating a new envelope next month because I've observed how some of the money is being spent on transportation, basically trikes and jeepneys. So next month we will actually have a transportation envelope, and I'll be putting 2,500 pesos a month in that envelope, or $50 US, and that covers basically getting us everywhere we need to be in this area: doctor's visits, going to the mall for the groceries, other things we may need there, and just general sightseeing and other things like that. Sometimes we go to other subdivisions and walk and look at houses, and just the general going around. But it's enough of an expense that it needs to have its own separate envelope and not just be pulled out of the remaining envelope when we need it. So next month we will be starting a transportation budget of 2,500 pesos a month, or $50 US. Okay, so basically going through all the basic envelopes, everything except for the remaining envelope, which is the household budget: rent, water, food, other utilities, transportation. We spend a total of 31,000 pesos a month, which is about 620 US dollars. That is the bare minimum money that we spend basically to survive more than anything else. That also includes the fund money for Love here and myself. Obviously, we have the remaining money that comes out of my pension and my other income sources. So it's not like 31,000 is all we have. So I mean, we do well considering, but that is basically about the minimum that we are able to maintain our particular household. Again, this is just our household. Other households, other foreigners, Americans, other Westerners, Europeans, their budgets could be higher or lower depending on what their lifestyles are, what they're doing in the Philippines. I've seen videos where they say you can live on $500 a month in the Philippines. That could be doable, but it would really be a pretty much non-existent life. We live a fairly simple, relaxed lifestyle. We don't do too much outside of this area. We don't travel. We'll travel maybe a couple times a year, but that's where we're at.
So that's all for this vlog, guys. Hope this video helps you and more informative. And if you want more questions, if you want more informations to know, just comment down below, and let's see when we're gonna do a video. If we can, then just comment down below. Let me know. So what you need to know, okay? So that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, just consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so that when we have a video, when we uploaded the next video, you're gonna be notified. Yeah, so bye bye. God bless everyone. Thank you for watching. See you in my next one. Close the video. Bye. Close it. No, come on. Close
Bye.
it. Close the camera. Like that.